everyone in Israel waiting to see Hamas being disarmed. It's nowhere near happening. Your take on these apparent talks?
I don't think it's going to happen. I think all this is just a show. They go to Cairo, they will go elsewhere, they will go to Qatar. Hamas is not going to disarm. And what is this joke? They will disarm the heavy weapons, meaning their rockets, and keep their guns and the machine gun. I mean, Hamas is not going to disarm. And Benita, if Hamas is not going to disarm, there will be no stage 2. I heard, maybe you heard too yesterday, that Indonesia is ready to send 8,000 troops.
As peacekeepers.
Peacekeeper, yeah, but they are not going to fight the Hamas. They are not going to fight the Hamas. So the key to all this situation in Gaza, whether we like it or not, is if Hamas is there, armed and in control, there is not going to be phase 2. There cannot be. Because who is going to risk the life of their soldiers to go into Gaza? Who is going to fight the Hamas? Only we can fight the Hamas. So let's see if the Americans succeed in disarming Hamas. I think there is 1% chance of this happening, maybe 2% chance of this happening. And if they don't, no phase 2.
Farcical indeed. 1% or 2% chance, Yaakov Lapin, your take.
It's hard to disagree with Avi's assessment. I mean, what are we talking about? By the way, even if we look at what Hamas has proposed, when they went into the Gaza envelope and massacred civilians, they used AK-47s, the kinds of, assault rifles that they want to keep. So what are light weapons anyway? And when we're talking about a terror group that's a stone's throw from our civilians, every weapon is a threat. Their anti-tank missile threat was used against homes and, their tunnels. Nobody's going to go in and they're not going to allow any force voluntarily to come in and destroy their real capabilities. This is all a show. It's aimed at buying time. It's aimed at creating diplomatic pressure on Israel and to convince the Trump administration that they're serious about disarmament, when in fact they're absolutely not serious about disarmament, because it goes against the whole grain of their ideology. Their jihadist ideology is all about fighting one war after the other until Israel is destroyed. This is what they believe in. They're willing to burn down the whole of the Gaza Strip to achieve that. And in fact, that's what they've just done. And so this is who we're dealing with. So we have to get this idea of disarmament, we have to take it off the table because it's completely delusional, but they're happy to sell that delusion to any buyers. Anybody who's naive enough to buy this, they're happy to sell. At the end of the day, I completely agree with Avi. Stage 2 is on, let's call it a very limited stock clock. I think at some point Israel is going to lose its patience, but we're going to have to see how long that takes.